Oh, oh boy, that was a bit of chaos. So for some reason I was panicking because my game wasn't actually showing up on stream. So thankfully that's all been fixed. So we're going to be going in a little bit quicker than usual. Me just wait for the game to load because it's obviously going to take its time on that. Let me get things sorted. So anyway, I was trying to add a a Capamon little character, which is a little pride bee you can see up top to my thing, and in adding it, I managed to completely remove the option that actually had the game on it, so I was very much scrabbling to try and get that done. But thankfully, it's all sorted out now. So let me just see. Things should be all okay. And we could probably get going. Rather, or ignoring the countdown, we could probably go in a little bit more. So let me just transition over. And oh my goodness, okay, no, that has not done what I wanted to do. Stardew Valley. So I need to transform this. Okay, why on earth is it 1920 by 1080, and then I can adjust it from there. Okay, that looks fine. Out a little bit. There we go. Okay, that looks all right. So let's just go in. So we're on Twitch Farm Year 1, Day 21 of spring. So let's head in and see what we can do. And of course it's going to take its sweet time once again, like it always does. But nevertheless, we will just head in. Just wait for everything to get set up. And so, how has everyone's day / week been so far? I've finally got the bug back to actually start doing meal planning and prepping. So I've done 2 days worth so far. A whole 2 days. So yesterday I realised I had a like bake at home baguette in the freezer, so I grabbed that, put it in the oven. I had half yesterday, just simple with olive oil, balsamic vinegar and a sprinkling of herbs and some smoked paprika, some grapes and other additional items. And then the game has frozen. So today I had the rest of that using some passata I also found in the freezer. There we go. Using some passata I found in the freezer, made up a marinara sauce. Don't know why I'm doing this because I could keep seeing it up here. A marinara sauce with an absolute bunch of herbs and things. So that is going to be going on a pizza on Saturday. What else did I do? Bone or deboned and cut up a whole chicken. Got various component parts out of that. Oh my goodness, and we got all the strawberries ready. And also a little cutscene from Yuma. Hi Positronics, I'm really sorry for the sudden visit. I was on my way to shop for groceries when Miss Lenny asked me for a favour. She asked me to tell you to visit Ridgeside whenever you're free. She has something important to discuss with you. Alright, that's it. See you around. So yeah, we got strawberries. And this mod is still broken. We can now make a PB&J sandwich and pepper poppers. Jane's gonna love that when we get our house upgraded. And also because of the Joy of Cooking mod I have, we are going to have to actually upgrade our cooking pan to be able to do anything more than just one ingredient. Strawberries, look at all of those delicious strawberries. And hello to the kitty. You can't forget the kitty. Oh, and yes, we forgot to do the cooking queen of sauce. There we go, radish salad. And then we want the watering can back out of here, which needs to go and be filled up with some water. We'll just head over and do that. So fill up and come back to water all of our plants. So the 21st and we've just had a harvest, so 4 days, so that'll be the 25th. I'm not 100% sure we'll actually get another harvest out of them, unfortunately. So we're going to have to make sure that we keep some of them around for a few extra seeds for next year / when we get the greenhouse. Because at the moment these are going to be the most profitable fruits that we are able to get, because we don't have the ancient fruits anymore and the star fruits, and naturally just one harvest before you need to replant them. Back up here for the rice. This has actually been quite reasonable for the rice, seeing as we have just been getting the seeds, or the shoots, I think they're officially called, just from the creatures in the mines. And of course, speaking of that, it is a good luck day, so naturally we will be going straight down to said mines. I think we left off at level 60 last time. I think it was. So we don't have... Oh, so if we are level 60, we have half of the place still to go. And then we can just basically progress down, wait for these parsnips to grow because they will be ready in 2 more days. So that'll be the 23rd. Hopefully we can get 5 gold parsnips for the community centre bundle. And then what would we need to focus on? Obviously getting the minecarts, the boiler room bundle done. We need a fire crystal, I'm pretty sure on that. We should have had, yep, an earth crystal, regular quartz and an earth crystal. So let's go over and just have a look. So boiler room blacksmith's bundle, so we just need a gold bar. And geologist bundle, yep, we just need a fire quartz. So we do need to get down to level 80 at some point. And probably also we do not have anywhere near enough wood to actually do a well, anything really. So what I'm going to do, we need to go over to the beach anyway, so we could probably put away those and the 5 good strawberries, or the 5 gold star ones, because we still get almost 2,000 gold from that. So we can go down to the travelling merchant, see what she has, and we need 1 more piece of gold to make a bar. No, 2 more. I always forget, I can never quite remember whether it's 1 or 2. But we've got that. We'll probably be heading up to the mines. After we got that, we'll probably actually grab the coal and half of the iron ore just to get a few bits for bombs down if we need to do so. Just in case, because you never know, we might have a few unexpected items where we need to have those bombs down quick. I'm not expecting us to run into too many scenes, but who knows. I did start the day off with one, so we'll have to see on that. So, traveling merchant, what do you have? The fish is tempting, but we can get that during summer without too much issue. Oh, coconut and an artichoke. Do we get artichokes in year 1? Gosh, I cannot remember. Let me just have a look. So, artichoke. Yeah, year 2. So we could get them. So we can potentially get them to mixed seeds, though, as I have said, we do have a situation where the mixed seeds are basically anything possible. Okay, so let's see, artichoke dip is just a regular recipe. We can get a super meal from it with bok choy, cranberries and artichoke, max energy and +1 speed. Okay, probably not really worth it then. So we'll ignore that one. But then the other ones, coconut. The exotic foraging bundle, yes. Cave carrot I won't bother with because we can get that at a later date. So basically we are selling all the strawberries just to recoup that cost of buying that one singular coconut. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is not going to be fun at all. Oh, I said hopefully we won't have too many cutscenes, but we've got one with Leia here. So if this looks unfamiliar to you, it is Stardew Valley Expanded. Positronics, hello. It's a lovely day today. I dropped by to check my green beans and they're ready to harvest. Gus and Pierre were here a little while ago taking care of their crops too. Pelican Town's community garden is pretty nifty, wouldn't you agree, Positronics? So yeah, this is... So you have two options. Say it's a nice idea or go, it's cute but my farm can hold 40 times more. And I know the latter is an honest thing, but it's still like, it's better than not having anything at all. So we'll say the top option. Yes, it's spectacular. I'm very thankful for this community garden. I don't have much property to grow my own food, but thanks to this little plot of land we all share, I can. Yeah, obviously having something that they can do is better than nothing. Ew, that's all of them. Now I need to decide what to cook with these tonight. Well, I presume a bean hot pot. It's a fresh green bean straight from the vine. And we immediately nom on that. Happy, happy, happy. Some things are seriously just so perfect straight from the vine. Some things are seriously so perfect just eating them as soon as you've harvested them. Which is not a good thing if you're planning on properly storing things. But hey, you gotta live life. Oh, okay. There we go. So yeah, pretty much all the money that we spent buying that coconut, we've just recouped with the strawberries. Not great, admittedly, but seeing as the vault bundle is going to be the last one that we unlock because of my idea to do the 50% profits, it's well, definitely going to be interesting. So next time we get a cave carrot, we need to come and bring one in here. Morel we're probably not going to find for a while. Purple mushroom we might find in the mines. And then we probably need we'll get an oak. We'll do a tapper for an oak because we are going to need 2 oak resin, one for the bundle there, and then one for the enchanter's bundle here. So we're also going to need wine, rabbit's foot, and pomegranate, which are all going to be interesting ones to try and find. Oh, I didn't realise that we actually get the green bean as well. I didn't realise that, so that's actually something that only worth 20 gold if we were to sell it. And I've just realised that I completely forgot to remove a couple of my unnecessary mods before I did all this. Whoops. Oh well. I'll make a note to do it after this today. Because things like the gift taste helper I don't need anymore because I have look up anything, which is not as convenient but a whole lot better because it actually gives you a list of everything that they love, like, and are neutral to. Okay, so we got down to level 65. Oh, and that was good. Stairs straight away. Yeah, this is why I'm not fond of the dagger, because it only attacks in the direction that you are looking. So you have to time your shots very carefully. Whereas obviously the sword has just a great big swing that will attack anyone in any direction. Okay, and I think this is time for a couple. Okay, we can only make cherry bombs anyway. Never mind. We'll put that there. Retreat to a safe-ish distance. Nah, it didn't do anything. And great. This is one of the main reasons I do not like the dagger. So when you get assaulted by a bunch of enemies like this, it is annoying to try and keep yourself alive. And of course we just have the basic, okay, not the basic sword, but one of the less effective ones. Oh, I did not mean to do that. And okay, another one joins the fray. Oh my goodness. Well, at least we got some stairs, and I'll just finish this one off just for good measure. There we go. Yeah, I always find that I take a lot more damage when I'm using the dagger than anything else, even though it doesn't quite look like it from the bats that we were just fighting there. Always feels like a lot more kind of up close quarters combat than swords. Okay, some more stairs. Level 68, which is not bad. And there we go. So are we going to be able to find some stairs quickly and easily? Well, we definitely got rid of that back quickly. That's good. Got lucky on a crit from the looks of it. Yeah, and we'll drag you down here just so we can have a look. Can't see stairs there, can't see stairs down here. But if we get rid of you first, there we go, that's good. Some coal that we can hopefully use for something. Okay, no stairs. So we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. I say that and we get it in 2. So let's just eat the algae and the green bean we have just to get them out of the way, give us a little bit more energy. And we have a ghost here, so I'm going to be using the special attack. There we go. Got you in 1. So those ghosts can drop gold ore, but more commonly than not they just drop the solar essence, so I'm not counting on that to suddenly give me the gold or that we need ahead of level 80. I mean, we're one level off. Oh, if there weren't a bunch of crates down here. Hey, you're flicking an interesting colour. I don't quite know why. And obviously we'll deal with you. What's in these crates? Anything up there? Nothing that I can see immediately. Oh, there's a cave carrot for the community centre. Oh, and there is another magnet ring. So yeah, I have a mod which allows you to wear more rings, so we can see here that I can put in 8. So 2 regular magnetic rings and 1 small one. Probably means quite a large collection radius. And what do we have here? The Master Slingshot. Okay, that's level 17, not 80. And oh my goodness, I did not realise it was almost 7 PM, but we get stairs immediately down. Then we have these annoyances. Ah, there we go, that's good. Oh, we got a bone sword. Yes, 20 to 30 damage, plus 4 speed and plus 2 weight. Yes, thank you. I know the crystal dagger does do up to 25, but its minimum is 10. So this does double the base, or double the minimum damage. That is exactly what I want. Okay, we can't sneak around there without pickaxing those wooden, those stones. There we go, that's good. Although we do need to take a break for a bit of food. Thankfully not in real life. I did have dinner just before I started, and then I had the realization that the game wasn't showing up properly. I'd managed to completely remove the game window from OBS, so I had to quickly try and fix that amongst everything. Oh, and we get a second bone sword. I would make a joke saying today's a lucky day, but we know it is. We know it is. What does a bone sword sell for? 250 gold. Okay. The crystal dagger sells for 600. And then the steel small sword just sells for 50. Okay, we did not see any stairs immediately. Oh, Omni Geode. Okay, we're going to get rid of... What are we going to get rid of? The mixed seeds. Because most everything else is needed and useful in some way. The mixed seeds are just mixed seeds. Alright, what's down here? Tiny bit of ore. I'll back down here. No stairs immediately. Containers, and yeah, nothing. Well, nothing both in the sense of an easy way down. Oh, I say that. I say that, and we just get the stairs. Okay, this is a very, very small level. Level 75, it is 10 PM. Can we push to level 80? I think we can. I think we can get to level 80. Actually, with the rate it's taking us to find these stairs, maybe not. Yeah, okay. With the rate it's taking us to find these stairs, well, we might as well try. Okay. A couple more bone fragments. You dealt with. I mean, it's nice that I'm getting Omni Geodes down here, but midnight and okay, we got some boots there. What can I get rid of? The sap. So these are +3 defense. Okay, not quite what we are wanting. Come on. And of course a winter root. Uh, 1250, unless there's stairs up here. Nope. So I know we are probably going to collapse. Okay, so we could probably get rid of the slime. We already, yeah, okay, we've already donated that. So we'll head back, grab the winter root, and unfortunately we are not going to make it back before it reaches 2 PM. Rather unfortunately, but we got to level 75. And honestly, the main thing at the moment is that I just want to push for getting to the bottom of the mines, because then we can hop around in the elevator and just go to whatever levels we want. It means also there's an increased percentage chance of finding a diamond on any level, rather than level 50 and below. Prismatic shards also, if we could get one of those. I do have a mod which allows the crystallarium to generate new prismatic shards, because I also have a mod for prismatic tools. So with that, we've got an upcoming ad break, so I'm just going to run that ahead. Nothing too much is going to happen. I'm just going to be basically going through and checking and watering plants while that is running. So people aren't going to be missing anything if you are seeing an ad break. So luck is mediocre today. 203 gold. Okay, we didn't actually lose as much as I thought we would. So is there anything really that we can sell here? I don't think so. Nothing that's particularly major anyway. How much those combat boots sell for? 150. So I think what we'll be doing today, obviously, we'll be going up to the Adventurers Guild, selling a few of the excess items we have, going over to Lints and cracking open some geodes, because we've got a few, and then otherwise I think we're just going to be going around and chopping wood. Those are still going to take 5 days to mature, but when they actually do, we're going to get a small bounty. We're going to get a small amount of money from it all, even though technically I shouldn't have access to them at all, both in terms of how early on in the game it is, and also simply because you're only supposed to get them in the game when you side with Jojo Mart. But one of the consequences, unintended, of allowing the mixed seeds, or having a mod for the mixed seeds, and just them being anything and everything that you can grow in that season. So what was that? Blue Jazz, okay. And yeah, so some of the mods I do have is growable meats, and I've said this before, but I just kind of consider that to be a like vegan, or like specially bred vegan plant-based protein source. So what can we sell? So the leather boots for 100, steel small sword for 50, combat roots for 150, so that's 300 there. 550, and that would be 1150, I believe. Amethyst, I think we will start storing the gemstones just because. Grab all of these and make some field snacks. 6 field snacks. Put those back and keep an eye on maple trees and obviously the oak trees as well. Can we make a tapper? Yes, we can. But we need more wood than we currently have. We also don't have any copper bars, but we could put those back. The master slingshot, yeah, okay, go on, we'll store that. And what else? I'm just having a look. I think that is probably fine. Bat wings for 160-ish gold. Anything else? Solar essence. I know that's used in crafting for something, but I cannot remember what it is. Frozen tears. We could probably sell those once again. Give one of the cave carrots to the community centre. Probably save the others for eating. Bone fragments. We could probably go and sell those as well. They'll all pretty much be sold in the same place. So 5 frozen geodes. Do we have any others? No. Okay, so then we want to take the axe, put the sword away, and I think that is about where we want to be, at least for the moment. And obviously, seeing as I am doing a kind of winding path all around each area, it's probably going to be best if we kind of chop down the trees outside of our farm, because we would get some stuff from them anyway. Oh, okay, there's an artifact spot there, but I know from experience that I cannot actually reach that properly. Oh, daffodil. We can give that to Caroline. It's very nice that some of the people have, or like dandelions, or daffodils rather, seem to be something that quite a number of people actually tend to like, so they're an easy initial gift, like such. So 1 out of 10, and we are next in 24 points. So 24 points. When we manage to get that, we will be able to go into her sunroom and see her little secret or her little private area. Okay, neither of those items we can sell because they are both needed for the bundle. Nothing in that trash can. Oh my goodness, I didn't realise how low our energy was. It's like almost at 0 without even doing anything. Oh god. Oh gosh. 2 frozen tears for 74 gold. Processed geodes. Okay, those look like a couple of good things there, plus some clay, which is always should be appreciated. It's just slightly annoying when they turn up even in such high level geodes. So there we go, 3 new items donated. And what do we get? A big futon bear. Thanks. And a couple of other things that we can sell back to Clint. Okay, I said say that is just 1. Oh, wait. We can sell him with bone fragments. Okay, we don't need to necessarily go all the way up to the Adventurers Guild to do that. So I think while we're on the way there, it's probably best that we pause and just eat as many field snacks as it takes to get our energy back up. Okay, 3 looks like it should be enough. Another daffodil, let's give it here to Lewis. Just says that's very nice of you. Still not a disliked gift, so that is fine by me. Alex, 1 out of 8. Yeah, I really need to go and visit Ridgeside at some point as well, because I need to make friends with all the people there, see who the eligible spouses or spouse options are, see what I think about them before I decide that I'm going to, not selfishly, but figure that I'm going to go and just romance the same people over and over again. Because unfortunately I have a type, and my type is in Stardew Valley. Oh, there we go, there's a cave carrot and winter foraging bundle. There we go, we've got one of those. Picking up a nice couple of daffodils. Probably thinking about it probably would have been a good idea to bring the fishing rod and maybe have a look at fishing. Okay, I don't think you liked that. Daffodil. Let me have a look through everything. Okay, yeah, neutral. So I don't think that changes relationship status in any way, slash I think it only changes it in a minor fashion. And obviously just keeping an eye out for any other forageables. I think it's a bit late in the season to really be seeing many of them, but it can never hurt to keep an eye out because they are... Oh! They can be exceptionally well hidden like that. They can be exceptionally well hidden. Right, so do we have anything other than pine trees around here? Doesn't look like it, so let's just... Oh, okay, I don't think we could even chop these ones down. Nope, okay. Never mind on that then, so we'll just go back for about 40 in-game minutes. Hey there, Alpha Chris. Yeah, things are going pretty decently here. How are things with you today? Or how have things been for you recently? It's been a couple of streams since I last saw you. Have you not heard about Stardew Valley then? Looks like a Game Boy game. Well, I mean, you're not half wrong. This is, as I said, Stardew Valley. It is a casual, light-hearted, straightforward farming sim. Basically based on the Nintendo Harvest Moon games, which were, among other things, on earlier Nintendo systems. Got me tagged, we'll be eating in a few minutes. I hope you got something tasty. Quite busy at work, yeah, I can understand that. Just got home from a toxic shift. Oof. How bad was it, or do I not want to know? You'll be travelling for Easter as well? I hope you have a good time. Yeah, so I'll also be travelling, so it'll just be for the weekend, but it does mean that I probably won't be doing a weekend stream. But I was obviously going to make people, or let people know about that more ahead of time. Just because it's like making sure that people are aware, but they're not going to forget because I've said it too early on. Korean fried chicken, nice, nice. Hopefully a bit extra spicy, because Korean fried chicken has got to be spicy. At least in my opinion anyway. Okay, so I am looking for some oak and maple trees. Here we go. Oh, you're going to Tel Aviv. Wow, okay. I'm just travelling within the UK. I'm just travelling within the UK. You're going all fancy. Just bought the flight early this morning. Oh, I hope it works out well for you. How long are you going to be visiting there for? Because I can't remember. I think... are you in Germany? I think you were in Germany, weren't you? Hey there, Fanatic. How are you doing as well? Quite spontaneous. Well, so long as you have the funds to cover yourself and you're prepared just in case you get or well, the C word that we can't overly say on Twitch. Hopefully, if you've got enough plans to mitigate any situations there. But so long as that is fine, you know, spontaneous, go for it. Had to read all the rules and regulations, PCR tests, yeah. But yeah. Well, regardless, hopefully, you have a fun time there. Fanatic, doing good, thanks. How about me? Yep, I'm doing okay. I've been trying to do a bit more meaningful. Oh, did not mean to do that. A bit more meaningful, like meal planning and such. So it's been going well so far, but it's only day 2, so I think we all know that things can deviate a little from that. Okay, we'll just eat one more salmon berry. Yeah, I need to meal plan more. Yeah, this is what I've been trying to do because I could probably actually link you because I've been doing a huge deep dive. Oh, thank you for the bits, Alpha Quiz. Thank you for that. And yeah, go and enjoy your food. Go and enjoy your food because I am going to be slightly envious of Korean fried chicken. So yeah, Fanatic, I've been kind of deep diving on the food tube stuff, and I found a couple of people that seem to be really what I want to look for in food, or like in food YouTubers, including one person who actually goes through and explains like why he's doing X, Y, and Z. Fanatic Korean fried chicken. Yeah, Alpha Chris is having Korean fried chicken for dinner. So I'm a little envious of that. And yes, gotta be spicy. Got to be spicy. Okay, how many seeds have we got from that? 7 acorns and only 3 maple. Okay. Oh, sorry, excuse me. One moment. Try not to cough too much into the stream. Yeah, Fanatic. Oh, you're in the UK, so the wait, wait. I stop coughing, take a drink, and then I immediately get hiccups. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, Alpha Chris, I'm doing fine now. You are correct. Oh goodness. Give me 30 seconds, please. Yeah, I was sick, so I did cancel a couple of streams last week because of it. But thankfully, pretty much all the symptoms have cleared up. I've just got a cough which occasionally decides it wants to make an appearance, but other than that, I'm perfectly fine. But yeah, thank you for asking. And I was saying, Fanadict, that or I think you're in the UK, so my go-to fried or Korean fried chicken is from Yo Sushi. So I really need to figure out their methods and recipes for both that and the popcorn shrimp because I really need to figure out how to make those at home. So the 2 people that I'll just put the links to their channels in general. You are, yes, and you'll have a nosy, yeah. It is. Oh, I will say my local Yo Sushi, the spiciness does vary a little bit. Just basically because, oh, I think it's honestly just because of the chef that's working on the day. Because I have that. I have dragon rolls, which has sriracha and chili powder on it, and some of the times it's nice and right at the spice level I like. Sometimes it's a bit less, and sometimes it's a bit stronger than I would necessarily expect. So let me just check the history. Did I actually pause the game? No, I didn't. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, chef specific. So if we have, or if we go to one and say it's a little bit spicier than normal, I generally tend to just say it's like, okay, yeah, we've got a spice loving chef on today. Hey there, Blue Cornflower. How are you doing? Hope things have been going well for you. Yeah, anything fun? We were just talking about food. Lots and lots of foods. Okay, and I'll pop this one in. This is a specific video rather than a like general channel recommendation. But Fanatics, homemade New York style pizza that you can do in your oven. Then the other two are Pro Home Cooks, who is someone who is like, I would say like meal prep, but not in the sense of, like he says in some of his videos, like you cook up 3 pounds of chicken and you have 15 meals ready to go in the freezer that are just plain chicken breasts, roasted broccoli, and plain brown rice. And then the second person is the one that I was kind of referring to. So the third one, Brian, actually explains like, okay, I'm making this. I'm using this, and this ingredient. And the reason why I am specifically using this one is because of, like, it does this or it does that. You can actually see him go through and test things. Did I forget someone? I think I forgot someone. Uh, oh yes, I did forget someone. Ethan Chelbowski is someone, so he does a load of research, loads of checking techniques and everything, and basically, you know, the people who tend to make something and then try a tiny little bit and just go, oh my goodness, that is so brilliant. Nah, not him. He takes like 5 huge bites of whatever he's made, so you know it's gotta be good. Oh, something saved. Okay, yeah, if you have a look at any of that, let me know because I'll be interested. So what I did from Pro Home Cooks earlier or yesterday, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but I did put a series of tweets up about it. But I basically got a whole chicken, cut it up through the bones and the carcass into my Instant Pot. Let that cook overnight to get some stock. Really boiled that down to concentrate it, and that is now sitting in my freezer. 3 portions ready to go, so fingers crossed that will all work out. Chicken breasts have been salted in a dry brine. So one is going to be cooked for Okay, I'll need to move out of the way so I'm not actually inadvertently trying to interact with things. Chicken breasts are dry brined and resting in the fridge. One of them is going to be for a curry tomorrow. The other one is going to be for pizza on Saturday. Then the pizza I'm going to be using, I can't remember which person's recipe, but it's one of those that I linked you. So we're going to be doing a New York style pizza. Then there's going to be all sorts of things that I'm going to be doing on Sunday involved with meal prepping. Let me actually just have a look at my... Okay, so most of this is going to be from like Pro Home Cooks or just general like meal prepping ideas. So Sunday's dinner is going to be a beef stew. That takes about half an hour to prep and put on. So then I can also blitz up a salad dressing from Pro Home Cooks. I still need to decide whether I'm going to be making some tortilla dough or if I'm going to be making some parathas. And then there's going to also be a bunch of pickled or quick pickled veg that I'm going to be doing. Definitely going to have to do those when you move into your own place. Yes, yes. So, speaking of moving, we have, I'm not quite sure how many people are aware of this if I said it in the last stream, but we have finally got all the paperwork through saying that our building is safe and it's not a fire hazard. So, Fanatic, I'm sure you know about the Grenfell Tower fire disaster that happened about 5 years ago. So we've had to get a safety form trying to sell our flat to verify that, yes, our building is not going to go up in flames like that. So it kind of delayed our move by, almost 2.5 years. Because between that and, you know, general world events, we haven't really been able to even look at places to move to. But now we have it. Now we've got it on the market, we can invite people around, let them view the place, and we can potentially move into a better area. So the kitchen is mostly my husband's domain, mainly because I do get a bit frustrated and exhausted from doing everything. But that's why I'm trying to follow along with like what Pro Home Cooks and the other ones do, just in terms of the fact that they kind of break it down into more manageable things. So it's like the main bits are more like prepping your salads or your fruits that you can just have during the week and making sure you've kind of got the component parts and any things or any bulk things done. Hello, Toxicite. Doing some work from home, yeah. You've come into a big discussion about foods just because I've been saying about some of the meal prepping things I've been doing, and oh my goodness, it's 1 AM. I did not realise. Whoops. Whoops. Hopefully we're not going to fall asleep outside of the farm. Oh dear, I was not paying attention to the time at all. Yeah, how are you doing today? Yeah, as I was saying, the kitchen is mostly my husband's domain, but we are planning on getting a place which has a decent sized kitchen, enough space for a big chest freezer, so we can make and store a whole load of stuff, a decent garden so we can actually grow some of said stuff. Oh dear. Whoops. We fell asleep right on our porch. You're good, feeling slightly sickly since you ate cake bread in the morning and your body is hating you for it. Oh dear. A fanatic chef husband. Oh, yes, very much. So they're like, basically, if there is anything that we cook that needs to be done to the minute, like for example a roast dinner, I just leave it to my husband because trying to time it all and get it down exactly like that, just too much stress for me to manage. But when it comes to prepping things, that is more my domain, like the beef stew I mentioned. I can generally do that. Okay, probably didn't need to do that. But yeah, it's been quite, or definitely nice having someone who can help cook. I lost 324 gold because of that. But yeah, I did also live with a professional chef for a short time. And let me tell you something. Professional chefs, they don't eat healthy. They do not eat healthy. Yeah, been a while since you cooked properly. Well, I hope you're able to get onto that soon, Benedict. Yeah. So part of what I'm trying to do with meal prep is, essentially my husband, where he works, they provide free lunches. So like an actual proper, like a fully cooked lunch and a dessert option. So during the weekdays, I'm kind of usually just grabbing snacks and things. And if I want to actually have something proper and substantial, it's just most of the time I don't actually really have the resources, so I'm trying to change all of that and then also get some prepping and done and sort out ingredients and such to make sure that we actually have them on hand when we need them. And when I used to work as a food runner for Google, all the cooks always had something so unhealthy. Okay, we say about this. So the professional chef I lived with, we lived with him for over a year. I saw him cook twice. One time was a pheasant that apparently he'd been given. Another time was a pasta bake that he put like a huge block of cheese on. I commented it looked like a heart attack on a plate, and he went, "Yep, that's exactly what I was going for." Most of the time, he would obviously come back quite late because obviously restaurant work is quite late, and it'd be like, or he'd get back at like 10 a.m. 10 p.m. rather, and then it's like midnight, 1 a.m. We'd have a kebab van drive up and deliver him a kebab. Bear in mind, this place, like this kebab shop or this kebab van, would not normally do delivery orders. But because the person we lived with ordered so often, they apparently had no issue just driving up to where we were living and hand delivering it to him. Okay, got a quick ad break coming up, so I'm just going to get that done. We're going to be heading over and probably just selling all of the veg or fruit and veg that we just harvested to PAs. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute or so. Well, those of you that obviously get the adverts anyway, those of you who are not getting the adverts for whatever reason. Okay, we can't put the maple seeds back because there's no room for them. Not that great luck day today, so probably we don't want to really go into the mines. What else can we do? We're going to need some copper at some point. Oh, we've got a torch that we could probably actually just sell, chuck in the bin. That was not what I wanted to do. Get in the thing. Get in the shipping bin. Or not the shipping bin, but get in the bin. And of course the big futon bear that I've been lugging around as well. We can dump that there. Alienware advert. Okay, so how much are those passion fruits going to get us? Okay, only 235. Not quite as much as I was hoping for. I think, honestly, today might just be another day. I think today might honestly just be another day where we go around and just chop down a bunch of trees in the forest. Just to try and get our wood stocks back. Because if we are going to be doing, obviously, house upgrades, chicken coops, and such. Hey. Do I want to... Yeah, we'll sell those and we'll keep the cave carrot. Okay, Fanatic, you back? Is that back after the ads or back with your nice roast dinner? Toxicite, you make me want to play Stardew, play up to summer, then stop because my monkey brain can't last more than a year. Yeah, I admit I'm kind of the same. It's like I complete the community centre bundle and then that is it. My brain always more wants to restart than anything else. And Leia's actually in her backyard doing some sculpting. We can actually come and say hello to her. Okay, we don't have any hearts with her. So, Fanatic, I've got to ask, what roast reigns supreme in your mind? Beef, chicken, lamb, pork, vegetarian cutlet, or other, if you happen to have something different? And also, what veg must you have with a roast dinner? And... sorry, one more thing. Yorkshire puddings. Must or only with specific or a specific type of roast? Because I gotta know. But yeah, as you were saying, Toxic, I tend to do the community centre challenge and stop. I think in all the hours and hours I have played this, I've actually managed to romance someone long enough to get married twice? Yeah, twice. First time was Alex. I think second time I tried romancing Shane, but I don't think I ever got to actually proposing. And then third time was Victor from Stardew Valley Expanded. Fanatic, other than beef and vegetarian, do I have to choose? Well, it's more like, if you could only have one type of roast dinner, which one would you go for? And Yorkshire puddings all the time? Yes. Yes. You are a fox of a similar mind to me. That is nice. Okay, so we got only 93 wood from all of that. So we'll just continue on. I think probably just keep going, keep chopping down until we actually run out of energy. And just make sure that we have enough wood, at least for the short term, to get things ready for all of the buildings we need to get prepared. You're from Yorkshire, so Yorkshire puddings always. Got to represent your heritage then. Got to represent your heritage. But yeah, or if we're talking about, obviously, roast dinner types, for me, it's interesting because as much as I like chicken, I think if I were to only ever have one type, I would have to just honestly go for beef. It's like a nice silver side or top side bit with some lovely béarnaise sauce, Yorkshire puddings, of course. Okay, you've got gammon with this one. I don't think I've ever really had gammon roast outside of like carvery options. Toxicite, personally, you love lamb. Yeah, that's one thing. So for a while, my husband actually thought he was intolerant to lamb because every single time he had lamb, he was always ill afterwards. And at least where I live, lamb is oddly still quite expensive, even though it doesn't overly seem like people eat it much, but that could be the reason why it still seems to be so expensive. But I really want to try doing like some lamb-based dishes, especially when we get into like Middle Eastern and South Asian cuisine. As I had a lamb kofta wrap quite a while ago actually, but it was so nice that it's on my list to try and find some lamb mince and actually make koftas and replicate it. But my first step is going to be doing the meal prep for the initial parts. And yeah, Fenadict, yeah, lamb is hard to come by. And obviously when you do get it, it's more expensive than you necessarily think it should be. But, who knows. Gosh. Of course, I cannot remember. There was one recipe I was looking at that required like lamb neck. I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. So I tried looking around in all the major supermarkets and just no. And unfortunately, I couldn't even go to our local butchers because they had closed down before. Over here in New York, all the street carts typically have lamb for $5 to $6 with any side stuff you want. Don't. That's one thing I'm hoping about moving because, or currently where I'm living, it's not a bad place in terms of food and availability, but we have, or at least within walking distance to me, we have like one main food festival or food market that actually does, you know, all of the prepared meals rather than the ingredients. But where I'm hoping to move to, there should be a lot more options. Used to work at a meat counter at one point for addicts and lamb for days, but no longer are. Oh goodness. Hiccups. Oh. Okay, but I think we've probably actually got enough stuff there now. Let's see. Where is it? 729. Okay, so we can probably make a couple more chests and start sorting things out then. So if you worked behind a meat counter fanatic, what is, or if you still remember, what is your recommended kind of cut of lamb? Obviously it's going to depend on whether it's a slow cooked or quick cooked one, but what would you give to someone who would come up to you and go, it's like, I want like to make X, Y, and Z, but I'm not quite sure what cut to get. Okay, what else do we have here? Probably put the refined quartz in, but not the regular one, because we are going to need the regular ones for some things, I think, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. Anyway. There we go, and the automation mod means that we'll keep pulling the ore and coal from there until one or both run out. And let's grab the seeds and fertilizer, and we can put those in here. You just sold joints, so no clue. Okay, so it was more of a not a butcher's counter, but more like you just had all of the options there. Okay, right. I really need to stop doing that because the UI info suite gives it the information up there and I don't need to look at it. Hey, 500 gold randomly. Just a basic holiday camp meat counter. Okay, right. Yeah, I know the type. Okay, unfortunately, it is not a good luck day. So the odds of us getting a gold produce harvest are lower, but I did fertilize 10 of them, so fingers crossed. Okay, that white alpine strawberry is not going to be done before the end of the season. But yeah, I do find it curious talking to people and seeing all the not necessarily like odd jobs that they did, but it's like if you were talking to someone and they said that they did like a not quite that common job, or have that in their job history, because there's always the interest of like, oh, how did you obviously get into that position? Like, how did you initially find out about that job? It's kind of a bit like me when I actually did video game testing, because it always brings up a reaction of people of, oh, it's like, what's that like? What did you have to do? Because it's one of those jobs that you know exists, but you don't really hear anyone kind of talk about it. And Fanaddict, it's a good luck day for me because I finally get to watch you. Ah, and you got forced into the butchery side. Was that a situation of like you need to get a job, go and get one? Doesn't matter what it is, just go and get one. Or was it more that you were in like a different department and then you were just pulled onto the butchery section? Okay, we've got 7 gold quality parsnips. Yay! We can actually go do something. And of course, speaking of being able to do something, let's grab our fishing rod, put pretty much everything else back, and then we have things that we can sell, things that we can eat. Oh, never mind, I forgot about that. Okay, we'll go to the community centre, drop off the parsnips, and then come back down for the flower festival. You worked with pastries and cold meats. They wanted to get rid of the butcher, so Muggins here had to do it. Oof. Ouch. Well, I suppose the good thing is that if you were selling joints, it didn't technically require any specialist knowledge, but still, yeah. Aggravating, obviously, doing one job and then suddenly being told is like, yeah, we're switching you over, you have to do this now. It's like, but why? Like, but why? Cost-cutting measures, I suppose. Anyway, quality crops bundle, parsnips. And then the flower dance. Toxic, I don't know why all this talk about meats is making me want to pull out the turkey leg. My family's going to cook for Easter. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just, unfortunately, that's where my mind is preoccupied with at the moment. Oh, Fanaddict, you still had to do the other parts. Oh, yeah. Oh, so very much the typical getting one person to do 3 people's jobs then. Okay, and we have the flower dance here. Obviously Stardew Valley Expanded. And then we have all of the people from Ridgeside, so we can see is quite busy. However, I don't think we have a good enough relationship with anyone. No, Shane, almost a good enough relationship with Shane. Well, let's try and ask him anyway. Has that helped anything? Nope. Next in 54 points, okay. Oh, Shane, no. Yeah, okay, he was the only one who was even vaguely possible. Oh, I really would like the rare crow, but I do not have 2,500 gold to spare for it. So instead, we will just honestly get the dance over and done with. Yes, let's start. Yeah, Toxicite, any special recipe for that turkey leg? Or is it... Or I wouldn't necessarily say plain cooked, but no fuss cooking is more what I'm intending. Of an addict, it's like getting one person to do multiple people's jobs, just like the job I'm in now. Oof. Yeah, thankfully there actually seems to be people pushing back on that, especially like in Amazon, where they had a vote on unionizing. And despite Amazon spending an extortionate amount of money to try and prevent people from voting for the union, it still passed. So people are getting more aware of it. And obviously the past 2 years have helped some people realise where they want their focus and priorities to be. But we still need to have, you know, there's still a few things that still need to go on. Toxicite, no clue on the turkey. Mum's going to be handling it, knowing how she's going to stuff it and cover it with sazon, which is a Puerto Rican spice. Well, that sounds nice. Fanatic, funny thing, we can't have a union, it's in your contract. Well, you know what? Join a union and get them to rewrite your contract. That's what I'd be tempted to do. But yeah, I think we are a little bit more protected here than in the US, but still, or when I was working in Tesco as a shelf stacker, we were basically not forced to join the union, but it was very much like, this is the union, this is what we do. Like, you get your union fees and they obviously protect you with the power of the union behind them. Hey Lion Shark, is that a gay bee I see? It is indeed a gay bee you see. So I saw someone else using or having like a little animated cat on their stream, so I asked about it, and it's from something called Kappa Mon. There are a few options that are free for people to have, and then there are some paid ones. Where's the trans bee at? Let me actually see if they have one, because it may be a what they call a mutation, which is a like different skin for it. Okay, no, there are no mutations for the Pride Bee. It is just your standard rainbow one. But I do wonder if you put a suggestion in. Do wonder you could potentially put a suggestion in. Make a whole, if you'll pardon the pun, a whole rainbow of different skin and flag options. Yeah, someone else had a cat. I asked about it and I just went through. Could not figure out which one I wanted. Then I saw the Pride Bee and yeah, I just wanted that one. So I did have to kind of find an appropriate section to put the little bee in. So hopefully that works okay. Yeah, Pride is still very cool. Okay, I think I'm going to go for Tiller for the level 5 farming option, because we are going to be more focusing on crops than animals, at least initially anyway. But yeah, as soon as I saw the cute little Pride Bee, I had to have that one. Even though there was a red panda, it was an option you had to pay for. I would have been tempted to pay for it, but the bee won out. Okay, and this is just Lewis saying about how much we're shipping. Very happy you're getting situated here in Stardew Valley because we are shipping a lot. I'll leave you to your farm work. And we get another harvest of strawberries. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get a third one by the end of the month. Am I on a 4K monitor? Got some crazy scaling, which is perfectly fine. Not quite sure what you mean by crazy scaling. I'm not on 4K, I'm on 1440p for both of my monitors after I upgraded my graphics tablet. I went from a small 15.6 inch 1080p one to a 1440p 23.8 inch one, which is pretty much about the same size as my regular monitor. See, I'm just intrigued by what you mean by the scaling option. And obviously you say it's perfectly fine. I'd just be curious what kind of gives it away. Because I'm also running this, streaming it through at 960 resolution as well. Just to kind of help out on the like bandwidth for people watching as well. Because obviously the options to downscale it aren't always available. Oh yeah, no worries, Lion Shark. I'm just curious about what you're meaning by it. Oops. Tablet just updated something and it all crashed. Oops. Oh dear. Yeah, sure, I can repeat what I was saying. So no, it's not a 4K monitor, it is 1440p. But yes, obviously I do have some scaling on because I am broadcasting this at 960 just to make things a little bit easier in terms of bandwidth and people watching, because I was originally streaming at native 1440p and then I kind of realized that, yeah, that's going to be quite expensive, or not expensive, but quite taxing for a lot of people. So I went through and had a look at some options to downscale it when it goes to Twitch. And I was also just curious about what kind of gives the scaling stuff away. Just able to tell it was a high-res display because of the smaller HUD. Yeah, also on that, you say that I do also have... Where is it down here? So I do also have the UI scaled down to 75% rather than like the 100%. So let me just... Yeah, I just find even at 100%, I'd still find that a bit too large for me to look at. So 75% is the smallest I can get to. And Blue Cauliflower, thanks for thinking of us. It's no problem. It was obviously when I started streaming, I naively thought that everyone really had access to the options. So like the lower resolution options. It was only when I started looking into things that I went, oh, so people are coming into my stream and they're seeing a stream at 1440 resolution. Like, oh, that's probably not good. And unfortunately, until I get partnered, I don't think I'm going to be able to reliably get the resolution options. So, you know, it's just going to be kept at 960. I think I have it at 960 for a while, but oh, that was not what I wanted. Okay, you don't like strawberries. Yeah, it's just going to be kept at this resolution, but I'm pretty sure people don't have complaints about it. It's obviously a good in-between between 720 and 1080. Yep, 960 60p. That is exactly what I'm aiming for. Yeah, hopefully it's a nice middle ground between 720 and 1080. But yeah, and unfortunately, unless I get partnered, I'm not really going to be able to guarantee the lower resolution option, so we're probably just going to be sticking at 960. I am way behind in it, but obviously if people are interested in seeing these at higher resolutions, I do upload to YouTube, but I haven't done it in absolutely ages, so I need to do that at some point. Like, seriously, the whole of Neo the World interview, that's not even on there. I seriously need to get onto that at some point. But yeah, obviously, I haven't had people kind of, or I say complaints, but, you know, they'd be justified in coming in and saying that this is like too high of a resolution, can you adjust it? But seeing as I've not had people commenting about that, it is, yeah, I presume it has been working absolutely fine for everyone. Like, yeah, can only tell you're downscaling because you said it's 960, impossible to tell by looking normally, which is what I'm aiming for. And Toxicite, for my time coming to the stream, I've had no problems. That is good. That is good to hear. Oh, I completely missed that there was a treasure chest there. But yeah, so things are going pretty decently. Lion Shark. Fortunately, I've mostly, well, I've gotten over the cold. I just have a slightly lingering cough that decided to interrupt at random times. Other than that, things are good. I was saying, probably before you came into the stream, that we finally got all the paperwork sorted to be able to sell our flat. So we're looking into the moving process, keeping an eye on what properties are around and available where we want to move to. And then, well, we'll just have to see where things go. There's probably going to be an interruption to streaming just because of the inevitability of moving house, getting the old internet at the old place disconnected, internet set up at the new place. So there might be like a couple of streams, maybe a week, where things get disrupted, but obviously that is just something that is going to happen. Yeah, obviously, how are things going with you, Lion Shark? How are your classes going? Hopefully that your section of the world is going okay. Yeah, and this is probably going to be another little minnow. It's putting up absolutely zero resistance. Okay, we do have an ad break coming up, so I'm just going to set that up now while I'm fishing, because there's not probably going to be anything too significant happening. So I'll just set that up and we'll be back in about 1.5 minutes. But yeah, just obviously making sure that those get done on periods where the stream is, or the game is pretty quiet, and just setting them up on a regular schedule, and also avoiding too many pre-roll ads, because I know those can be a little bit annoying for people. So we do have 7,000 gold. Almost at the end of the season, so I think almost all of these are going to be going on to blueberries, which is going to make watering them a little bit of a challenge next season. But we'll obviously just have to see how it all goes. I think, though, level 6 we get the quality sprinklers, so we're going to be needing gold for that. Heading down into the mines. But if I'm sensible about it and I plant all the blueberries in like the 3x3 square but leave the middle one open, then we should just be able to put in the sprinklers when we get them, rather than trying to have to worry about fitting it all in. Yeah, that's definitely another minnow. Speaking of minnows, let's just say hello to Jorts and Jean. Okay, yep, you do like minnows. Okay, you both like minnows, that's good. We'll give you a minnow each then. There we go. A fish for you and a fish for you. Even though it's not good to give cats just solely fish, because they can get addicted to it and it does not have the complete nutritional balance that kitties need. You made pigs in blanket in culinary today. Okay, I have to ask, because to someone from the UK, a pig in blanket is probably not what you're talking about. Because for us, pigs in blankets are sausages wrapped in bacon, whereas for you in the US, I think it is a sausage wrapped in dough of some kind. So one of those things where it's like someone saying is like they've created pigs in blankets shows something that is definitively not what we have in the UK, and then a little bit of a mini like internet Twitter argument about it all. Hot dog in a dough wrap, yeah. So we can get those at Aunt Annie's here, but I'm not 100% sure what they actually call them. I think they call them pretzel dogs. Obviously, because pig in a blanket will just completely confuse the UK audience. Yeah, from the sounds of it, that seems like it went well. What kind of other things do you tend to do in your culinary classes? Anything particularly fancy recently, or is it a more general entry-level stuff? Ritz, SMH, oi! You're talking to a Brit, remember? Yeah, it is definitely interesting, the different language things between the US and the UK. Especially when we use the same words to describe two completely different things. Yeah, I know you're kidding. I know you are kidding. Oh gosh, what other things are like that, honestly? Oh, other than like the immediately obvious ones like chips and crisps. Yeah. Actually 100% sure. So you've been doing lots of dough making. Last time was an apple fritter. Oh, you say that. Fanadict and I were talking about like YouTube channels and food tubers earlier, and one of the like channels that I linked him to, one of the people there did a recipe for apple fritter, and oh my goodness, it looked so good. So tempted. I'm missing way too many of these bites. I'm missing way too many of these bites. Yeah, or I remember like all of my culinary classes. It's like, or I remember pretty much the very first thing we did was fruit in juice. So like a homemade fruit salad. And then some of the other things we did pizza, we did sausage rolls, or you could do cheese and onion rolls for a vegetarian option. Apple crumble, but very much if you wanted to get like above a C grade, you definitely had to kind of go above and beyond. So like we got the recipe, I remember the apple crumble, we got the recipe for that. So what I did, because my mum used to do an apple and blackberry crumble, is that I actually did that, bought in some blackberries, did a bit of extra, had a bit of a sugar left over, so I did a bit of a brulee top, and even all of that I still think I got a B for it. But honestly, if I knew then what I knew now, which most of it is benefited from YouTube and like internet, easy internet access to all kinds of knowledge and ideas, I probably would have been able to do it better, because it would have been a lot more spiced, like a lot more flavour, a lot more nuance. And we got this. with a Shane. Up late, huh? Here, have a cold one. Yeah. I do vaguely wish that there was an option to decline the beer, unfortunately. Life. You ever feel like no matter what you do, you're gonna fail? Like you're stuck in some miserable abyss and you're so deep you can't even see the light of day? Yeah, I'll get to your question after this cutscene, Toxicite. I just feel like no matter how hard I try, I'm not strong enough to climb out of that hole. Yeah, fast drinker, huh? Woman after my own heart. Just don't make it a habit. You've got a future ahead of you still. Well, my liver's begging me to stop. Better call it a night. See you around, Positronics. Line Shark, things that are surprisingly good. Microwavable egg omelette. I will take your word for that because I don't actually eat eggs. Unless they are cooked with something else. Like flour and sugar and butter. Mixed up into a batter, into a pan, with fruit and icing. So, Toxicite, is it true about British foods that most food is bland? Partially yes, but it's one of those things that is has more nuance in it than specifically that. So part of it is that obviously we're going back a couple of centuries when I say this, but part of it is that obviously we travelled, traded and conquered different places. I actually need to check if any of these need to go into the bundle. Nope, we're good. So obviously the joke is that obviously England conquered half of the world and they used no spices or anything in their foods. The problem is that for a long while, like all of the really good spices were only affordable by the rich. So there was a huge push, obviously, if you served up a meal that was like heavily spiced and everything, you were showing off how wealthy you were. Then as trade routes and supplies got some more connected, it took less time to get things through, it made things cheaper. Then obviously the availability of spices and things naturally trickled down, so that instead of it just being like the upper class, is like it trickled down to the middle class and then it trickled down to the working class. But the problem was when it trickled down to the working class, the upper class looked at that and went, no, we are not having the same food as those peasants. So the upper class started just, instead of using all of those herbs and spices, they instead flaunted their wealth by not using them. So obviously there's an argument to the fact that quite a lot of foods that use a lot of herbs and spices were done to not necessarily mask flavors, but to like make something that was less palatable into something that was more palatable. So the rich, by not doing that at all, were flaunting that they could afford so like the most expensive food that they didn't need to have any additional stuff to make it worth eating. Yeah, British wealthy folks sure are strange. Yes, it is definitely an interesting thing where it comes to snobbishness almost to a degree. It's like if something like is popular with the upper classes and then it trickles down, it's like as soon as it kind of starts hitting the lower middle classes, people, the rich, like the really rich, tend to turn their nose up at them. So yeah, classes, talking about, yeah, class struggle. So we do still have a little bit of defining who you are by what class you are in. But yeah, so as a specific example, Toxicite, say you had a chunk of beef that had been butchered. So obviously you have pretty much every part of it can be used in some manner or fashion. Some of it is best kept for just brief cooking. Some of it benefits from low and slow cooking, and then everything in between. So because the rich could afford, say, like the sirloin, they would have that piece and it would just be the sirloin, basically nothing else, just to show off that they could afford the priciest best cut of meat. Whereas obviously the working class were working with more like beef chuck and the slower cooked meats, which they were obviously adding spices and flavour to. And then if that wasn't enough, we had World War II and rationing, which, while it meant that basically everyone had the same nutritional options, so if you don't, or if you are unaware of rationing in the UK, have a look at it, because the things that people were given and the nutritional benefits and impact of it was absolutely immense. But unfortunately, that, even though World War II ended in 1945, the last bits of rationing were still in place in 1954. So there was over 15 years of at least some food being rationed in some sense, which is also given as a reason for the potential lack of flavour and spice in people's foods. I know it definitely was. My grandparents basically had, basically no flavouring. My grandmother was not. She did not really cook food for enjoyment. It was just cooking food for, just because you needed it. My mum, who was born post-war, definitely leaned more into using spice and flavours. Also helped by the fact that we had enough money to be able to go on holiday, outside of the UK every year. So we got exposed to a few different cultures and foods. And so we had, the main one was basically Spain, because the stereotype is British tourists going to Spain. Bit of Greek food as well, so bit of Spanish food, bit of Greek food. But if we ate out, it was frequently we'd go for a curry, and sometimes if my mum really requested it, we'd go for a French restaurant. So it's not like, at least in my family, we avoided spice and flavours. It's just more the availability of it. And then you look at myself, I have a spice cupboard. I have a full spice cupboard. Although I did see that apparently I bought some cumin and it expired 7 years ago, so that needs to be, kind of thrown out. But I've got a whole selection of herbs. I have regular paprika, I've got smoked paprika, the cumin that I said needs to be thrown out, chipotle chili flakes, I've got bird's eye chilies, I've got pillau rice mix. I think I had a fajita mix at some point, but I need to remake that. So I think there is more of a push to actually start using herbs and spices now. And at least for myself, I'm definitely making an active effort to use them. So yeah, it's quite an interesting, oh my goodness. So not only did we get a large brown egg there, we've got a large white egg. That's 2 more things for the community centre bundle. But yeah, so the short answer to is it true that British people use no spice in their foods? the short answer is there's some truth to it, but it's complicated. And the long answer is what I just basically said. Okay, so we did get a jojo berry harvested, so that is worth 536 gold, and a gold quality one. That is going to be fascinating. And yeah, Lion Shark, with obviously all of the capitalism, socialism, communism, class struggles, class divides, there is a lot of that throughout quite a lot of historical England. Never mind Europe, there is a lot of it in England. What is it? In the 14th century, I think it was, there was a peasant uprising. Didn't go too well, but they tried. They tried. Anyway, animal bundle. We've got that and that. And you know, if we get lucky, so we just need wool, duck egg, milk. Yeah, so if we get lucky, we may only need to actually get a cow for that. So if we have a cow, we can make regular cheese. And Toxicite sweats in Crusader Kings 3. Yes. I think I said this in, like, when I was streaming Crusader Kings 3. I've actually learned more English history from that than I had ever really done for, like, basically the entirety of my education. And I don't know why I picked up the axe instead of the bone sword, but let's just rectify that with convenient chests. Yeah, things are definitely interesting. And believe me, even I barely know much. Which is interesting because I actually had an idea for a like historical, not necessarily a like a low fantasy series like Game of Thrones. And most of it, I honestly need to go and have a look at like all of the kings and queens of England, because there are some ridiculous stories that can come out of that. Whether they are wholly true or exaggerated is another matter, but there is a lot of history that goes on. Yeah, I will be interested, speaking of Crusader Kings 3, to see what the next big DLC is going to be. Because Paradox were working on Royal Court for at least a year. Probably actually since Crusader Kings 3 went gold, I would imagine. So that puts it at almost 2 years, I think it was. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do. I can definitely see Royal Court as a framework for other things, but whether it's going to be built on the next DLC or if they're going to be doing something different is another matter. Yeah, just obviously saying about that. Okay, can we get down? Okay, we're definitely going to get down to level 80. So we're definitely going to get down to where the gold is. And hopefully, not only will we be able to pick up at least a couple more bits of gold ore, we'll be able to pick up a fire quartz for the bundle. And yes, don't worry, I see that diamond. I do see that diamond before anyone starts panicking. Hey, what is our mining skill actually up? Well, we just leveled up to level 4. Okay, nothing in there. Toxicite, probably going to give Republics again, potentially fix them for being disgustingly overpowered at late game. Okay, Fanatic, I don't know if you're trolling me, commenting that there's a diamond just after I said I know it's there and I picked it up. Yeah, Toxicite, I don't think I actually ever really played Republics too much, but I have seen from other people's games just how ridiculously rich that they can get. It is seriously just so unbalanced compared to the rest of the game. Benedict, I am and I'm sorry. You better be sorry. I walked right into that. Didn't mean to. Ooh, another diamond. Nice. Yeah, unfortunately with 50% profits, these only fetched 375 gold instead of the 750, but hey, money is money in this game, especially for me now. What is the time? It's just coming up to 8 PM where I am. So we should be good to go. Definitely will hit summer. Hopefully we'll be able to obviously save as much money as we can. Get all of those blueberries planted for summer. And then obviously the other crops that we will need for the summer crop bundle. So that is blueberry, corn, chili pepper and melon. We can hopefully get some more melon seeds and put some fertilizer down for those to get a higher chance of gold quality. And then we will have the corn going through summer and autumn. Okay, firewalker boots. And those are 3 defense and 3 immunity. So yes, indeed, we will swap them out. And as I was saying, so corn grows through autumn as well. So we should be able, hopefully, to guarantee finishing the quality crops bundle before autumn. And if not, we always have a fallback with the pumpkins, which is really much what I try and do. I always try and get the quality bundle done by the end of summer, but I know that we have the fallback of pumpkins if I somehow don't manage to do it. Okay, this is probably going to be slightly nerve-wracking because these enemies are going to be higher or more damage, more defense than we're necessarily used to. So it's going to take more to actually defeat them. Yeah, I've not seen... Oh! I was going to say, I've not seen a... Not a lava crystal, is it fire crystal yet? So I think we'll just keep going down. All that effort for 1 piece of gold. At least there's a couple more there. More bone fragments. Yeah, I definitely think that obviously we're going to be buying up a load of blueberries, but I think after that we're probably going to have to focus on upgrading some of the tools, the pickaxe at least. Although I guess it depends how quickly we get to the vault bundle and complete that. I mean, that could easily be into winter. And if that happens, then there's no point upgrading the pickaxe until we actually get the desert unlocked. But hopefully it won't be that long. And hopefully I'll actually find some bloody stairs. Hey. Hey, jeez. Ah, there we go. Okay, what is here? Nothing in that one. Shadow person here. Hey, we don't need any wood. We've got plenty. Oh my goodness, that one dropped a diamond. 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds in one trip. That's not bad at all. Okay, and there were stairs directly down here. Never mind. Couple more bits of coal. And level 85. Oh my goodness, too many enemies. Okay, I'm gonna hunker down over here. I'm gonna hunker down over here. Stop moving forwards. Okay, that's got most of them. And then you. There we go. Easily defeated. And we've got a lime green slime. Wonder what you have in you. That's the same old. That was disappointing. That was very disappointing. Okay, that has cut our defense down, so let's just wait for that. I was gonna say, did you just hit me again? But nope. There we go. Okay, another slime dealt with, and let's see. Okay, 3 cherry bombs. What do we have that could probably be thrown away? Bunch of fiber. And let's put that down there. One more there. Nope. Unlucky guesses. Okay, and it is midnight, so we need to get back to farmhouse. And as I'm heading over there, I'm just going to run, you guessed it, a few adverts, because we need, or we've got an ad break coming up. Otherwise, that seemed to be a pretty productive task. Got a magma geode. We unfortunately did not get a lava crystal, which is unfortunate. That was the main thing that I was really wanting. We don't have anything to go in the community centre, I don't think. Nope, so we're going to be selling all of those diamonds. That is going to get us about 1,000 gold. And once again, that is going to help fund our blueberry campaign for summer. Hopefully there's not going to be too much in the travelling merchants inventory. And I'll just chop down or get rid of some of these bits of grass, because those have been growing kind of in the way of the path. And did we have the bat cave? No, we haven't had that yet. I can never 100% remember. I know I think it's after you've shipped a certain amount / you've earned a certain amount, but I can never remember what that is. Okay, so jade will get us 100 gold. 3 diamonds will get us 1,125. We do need to donate it, but no, sorry, that's not going to happen. Topaz is 40 gold. Gold ore. Well, we can put that. Nope, we can't. Whoops. I'm not doing too well at this at the moment. Oh boy. But mining and combat go up. You get a tiny bit more HP once again. I probably took like 600 gold, unfortunately. I did not mean to do that. I just was so focused on, you know, like loads and loads of other things. So those do sell for a bit of money, but probably not worthwhile. Bone fragments, will chuck those in there. Bat wings, because we are going to need to start storing those. Okay, someone apparently rummaged through our pockets. So we've got all that. We have 9 gold, so that's going to give us a few ores. And then we'll just sell a couple of the other items just straight in here. I think we'll probably keep the geodes until we have a few more. Just because. And then the Tundra Boots will sell when we go past the Adventurers Guild when it is ready. And the Copper Bar will go just straight in there. So it's an average luck day. We have Emily, it's her birthday. Actually, you know what? I was going to say I tossed a load of things in. Emily. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Amethyst. We've got an amethyst. We didn't put it in the shipping bin. So we can grab that and give it to her later on. So Toxicite, recently I had lost. Oh, how did you manage to lose that game? Where I made it, oh, Chinese/Middle Eastern playthrough where I made it so it's actually worth giving away land to family. More renown based off title. Just as I was about to strike out on my own in the Great Green Blob, I'd saved over my file with another autosave in CK3. Oh, ouch. How did, oh my goodness, how did that happen? That just seems, ouch. That just seems like it shouldn't have been possible. Just because of, like, you should have, like, other save options, like other save files. Ouch. Yeah, I can imagine that must have been very devastating and aggravating. Coming so close to setting all that up and getting it perfect, and then the game just basically ceasing to exist. Ouch. Yeah, that's why, yeah, if I'm streaming a game like I did obviously with CK3, I prefer to, or I don't actually have Iron Man mode on, because if I'm playing a personal game I don't really mind too much if it disappears into the ether. But if I'm streaming, hell yes, I'm gonna make sure I have multiple saves recoverable. Never made a hard save, played a multiplayer game that overwrite the autosave with the multiplayer one. Ouch. Oof. Ouch. I can just imagine your face when you saw what had happened there. That would not have been pretty. Fanatic, got to go, see you soon. Yeah, thanks for popping by. Hope you had a good time. And I'll be seeing you hopefully in the next stream. And if not, have a good weekend. Okay, so we want to obviously go to Pierre's. Sell a bunch of money. We don't really have any good food, do we? No. Say hello to the cat just before we leave. And obviously also find Emily and give her a birthday gift. And yeah, strawberry 2 days. Nah. It's going to be 1 day left for tomorrow and we're not going to have... Oh, so that was the last of the strawberries that we had yesterday. Oh, we got some more daffodils. We can give those to Caroline. Multiple daffodils indeed. Yeah, just curious and throwing this out in the chat, and also specifically to you, Toxicite. If I were to make some grilled chicken meals, should I go for tortillas or should I go for some parathas, which are Indian flatbreads, kind of a mix between tortillas and what's the word for flaky pastry, the proper one, puff pastry. What do you think I should go for? Because I'm not 100% sure. I've made tortillas before and they are perfectly fine. But the parathas are slightly calling to me. Okay, we got 2 hearts with Caroline. So let's see if we can go into her sun room. Yes, we can. Here we go. We get access to tea leaves. Oh. Okay, because I've got like 3 magnetic rings on, I think those tea leaves were supposed to go in Caroline's inventory, but they actually ended up in mine. Whoops. Yeah, the flatbread does sound good. It's going to be a bit more effort, but from the sounds of it, I think it's going to be worth the effort. I didn't mean to. I can give it right back to her. She actually likes tea leaves as a gift. Like, oh, hi, good morning, Positronics. I'm glad you came in. I've been meaning to show you this. It's my private sunroom. So what do you think? I am envious. Something like this with a couple of citrus trees and a pomegranate tree, and it would maybe some tomato plants, cucumbers, chili peppers. It would be my dream. So my sanctuary, a place I can always find peace, and it's a perfect place to drink my homegrown tea. Of course, what I find interesting here is that obviously Caroline has a custom animation to drink the tea, but for us it's just the normal one, when surely we could have copied over the animations to our one. Like, I love to come in here for a fresh cup of tea every day. It's my little ritual. Well, let me try and explain. I see, this is the kind of thing that makes me think that more that Caroline is the wizard's daughter, and that Abigail just happened to get purple hair from her grandfather. Because I mean, it's like she's talking about this and it's kind of like just thinking about things, letting her mind wander, and it just seems to be a bit more fantastical than I would otherwise expect. Like, you gotta chug that tea down and let your mouth and throat just die. This cutscene was modded? Oh, no, what I'm talking about is that we have like a custom drinking animation for Caroline, and it should have been pretty easy to copy it over to our character just for this one thing, but no, they just used the usual option, the usual drinking animation for it, which I just think is quite interesting. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, we have tea leaves. Okay, they're only worth 27 gold, so it's not like I'm gonna sneak in and sell them. They're not worth anything. And now we need to go over to Emily. So she should, I think, still be around in her house. Whether we can actually get to her if she is in her bedroom is going to be another matter, because I don't think we have a high enough relationship with her. Okay, no. Okay, this is the Hayley and Emily complaining and arguing about the cleaning one. Like, I do the vast majority of work in this house and you know it. Oh, it's a new girl from the farm. She has a name, you know. Hey, I bet you understand my point of view here. I'm really sorry to involve you in this. Hayley's complaining because I asked her to clean under the cushions. Like, it's only because I cleaned them last week. And I always say, like, Hayley, why not just consider this your weekly job? The one thing you have to do each week. Because obviously it means that there's no more arguments when you know exactly who is going to be doing what and when. Okay, so Emily is in her bedroom. Let's see. Hello? Nope, not good enough friends with her. Okay, well. We can probably go scavenging on the beach for a bit and then meet her when she goes to work in the saloon. That's no problem. So I am thankful I do have a mod called Part of the Community, which means that if people see you talking to or giving gifts to someone else, they get a small relationship boost with you. Definitely helps combat the relationship decay that can often happen. So what do we have here, other than obviously all the things I've been dumping in? Yes, we needed a recycling machine, didn't we? Wood, stone and iron bar. So wood, stone and iron bar. There we go. Just because it's going to take too much time to run back to the farm. There's relationship decay. Yes, there is. There we go. There's the recycling machine. Let me just sort through this because we are going to need crabs and prawns. Let me just pause that. And Stardew Valley Wiki. So friendship. Ah yeah, there we go. So each day not talking to a villager will slightly decrease their friendship unless their heart meter is full. So if you are talking to one of the marriage candidates but you are already married, that means that their relationship decay will stop at 8 hearts. And anyone who is not romanceable will have their decay stop at 10 hearts. However, it is a minor thing. It's so if you're or the character you're married to, the decay is -20 a day, which is basically counteracted by talking to them once a day. If you've given them a bouquet, the decay is -8 a day, but it stops at 10 hearts. Pre-bouquet is -2 a day, and non-romanceable is -2 a day. So essentially, if you go 10 days without talking to them, and then on the 11th day you go and talk to someone, you basically recover all of the relationship decay that you've had. So yeah, it is minor, but when you are like me and you are kind of focused on things like farming, fishing, mining, and you are very much a recluse, you do sometimes get into a situation where you actively see the relationship decay. But yeah, if you're diligent about it and always go and talk to people on a regular basis, you'll never see the decay. Okay, and we've got a lot of forageables here. Can we pick that up? Yeah, basically the only thing we can't pick up is this. So I'm going to do the cheaty thing once again. We didn't want to put those in that chest, we wanted them in the other one. There we go, and pluck that back up. So, who... Okay, so I think we're going to go and buy a pizza for Shane, because he's probably going to be in the saloon when we go and see him. Who else do I want to... Victor, but I don't think he's going to be there. Yeah, I have been a recluse quite a bit in the game previously, so I have occasionally noticed the relationship decay. Okay, Emily's not quite here yet, so we will buy one pizza. What is your special of the day? Just a tortilla. And I suppose I'll actually just come down and see if Emily is... She's still there, yep. And apparently... I have no idea where Shane is, because I can't see him. At least not obviously. Oh wait, he's in Pierre's store. House first. Yes, there you go. There is Emily. birthday gift. Immediately up to 3 out of 8 hearts. Toxicite reminds me of my girlfriend. Literally goes full hermit and stays at the farm while you're doing all the mining and chatting. Well, I mean, it's nice to divide up the chores. Hello, Shane. Let's get you a pizza. So we are 4 out of 8. I'm surprised that you're still trying to make friends with me. Haven't I been rude enough to you yet? So yeah, I have said this before, but basically, if a video game character is rude to me, it makes me want to get to know them even more. So unfortunately, Shane just being his rude self when you get to know him initially, it just makes me want to like scratch at the surface and see what's underneath. And yeah, multiplayer Stardew Valley is always fun because you have the options and opportunity to kind of divide up all the chores. Like, I know that fishing is not exactly a favoured pastime of a lot of people, but I enjoy it, so I have no problem just going along and going, it's like, yeah, I'll do all the... That was not what I wanted to grab. That was not what I wanted to grab. So I have no problems going along and saying that, yeah, I'll be your designated fisher, I'll do that. Just let me go down to the beach every single day and I'll be absolutely fine. So what are your favourite and least favourite tasks in Stardew Valley? If you obviously have any that are particularly like that. Like, funny how you say that. That's how I ended up with my girlfriend in World of Warcraft. Played as a racist elf. Oh my goodness. And my current girlfriend shipped her human so hard with my guy despite how much of an a-hole he was. Yeah, the thing is, it's like, because quite often in video games, it's like, yeah, you encounter someone who's a jerk, but unless they are like a one-note character, generally they'll be like a squad mate or someone that you interact with on a regular basis, and you know that there's going to be more to them than just what they're showing. So putting down crops, is that favourite or least favourite, or technically both at the same time? Yeah. Also with Shane, because he obviously has issues with depression and mental health, I can also relate to that on a personal level. So me making friends with him is in kind of a way me trying to hold out my hand for him and say, it's like, yeah, you're not alone in this. I understand. Like, I understand what you've been going through, what you are going through, but you're not alone. So putting down crops, your least favourite, eats so much stamina that you could be using in the mines. So I presume that going through the mines is your favourite then. For me, I can kind of understand the crops thing. Especially when you're early game and you don't have any good sprinklers. When you don't have any good sprinklers and you make a mistake like I did of getting way too many strawberry plants. Okay, so let's just... That was a bit too much, but we don't really need to do anything tomorrow anyway. So let's just slowly crawl our way back to the farmhouse. Whoops, I thought I could get that little sapling. You know what, we're already low on energy, let's just chop that anyway. So what ideally I want to do is clear out this area and make sure we have a good enough space for more crops, especially as I'm going to be hopefully planning things out and making sure that we have like a 3x3 grid, but the space in the middle left for the quality sprinklers when we get those. Okay, nothing that we can sell, so I'll just put the mixed seeds in the chest inside. And we will get summer started. This is going to, well, I say get summer started. No, we still have one more day, so never mind on that. 2,800 gold. That is always, always nice to see that. It's not a dumb thought, Toxicite. Ever considered playing Euro Truck Simulator with your husband? Bought it recently, surprisingly relaxing, as my girlfriend watches and berates me to turn on my turn signals. You say that. So, I got the game quite a while ago, and my husband thought it was going to be a joke game, almost like one that I buy, I play for like an hour, and then I go, it's like, yeah, this is not for me. But I've actually been like somewhat invested in it. It's nice enough to be, like you say, relaxing, but unfortunately I was not practicing good highway rules. So when my husband watched me initially and I was like turning out into traffic, he was just like white knuckle gripping, like grimacing, white knuckle gripping everything. I just hated it. And also I have asked if he wants to hop on to do a guest stream or anything, and he's just gone straight up no. Okay, so we got a new recipe for a tea sapling and a new salad recipe from Emily. So which one of these things? I think these jojo berries. Okay, grows in spring, summer and fall. Okay, so we will need to water those. But yes, I definitely understand. Yeah, so unfortunately I have tried to, or also tried to encourage my husband to accept being a guest streamer, but he's just straight up gone, nope. Okay, too late in season for the next harvest. And then I presume this as well. Yep, too late for that. Okay, so we don't need to water anything. Yeah, of course, I can understand his reluctance, but it is a bit of a shame because one of the games that he actually likes and is good at, that I am not, is Mario Kart. And of course, with the announcement of the course pass, or the course booster pass, whatever it's specifically called, I did have an idea of him like playing that and commentating over my husband playing it, but even that he said no. And unfortunately, flattery will get me nowhere. With him, flattery will get me nowhere, because he will know that I'm after something. He knows me too well. I did consider, like, for my anniversary stream, which is coming up actually in 3 weeks today, of seeing if I could do it as a subathon and make a goal that was like, I don't know, like some ridiculous number of like subscriptions and donations and such, but the reward would be that my husband plays games on stream. But once again, he just sadly notes that idea. Like, slightly disappointing, especially as it's like, look, I've made you a special avatar. It's like, you can use that. It's just, nope. Nope, he won't go for it. Oh well. Yeah, it was an attempt. And obviously, I knew he was potentially going to be iffy about it, so I asked him before I planned anything, and even though I'm obviously saying it to people, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless he suddenly gets a massive change of heart. At which point I'll probably go, yeah, I'm taking you, like, I'm ordering you to go to the doctors for a CT scan, because You've just had a major change of personality. Something must be wrong. But I'm hoping, at the very least, when we manage to move into our new place, that I'll be able to get a more professional streaming setup done, or streaming and art. Because at the moment I've kind of got everything just coalesced on one desk, which is convenient, but it doesn't overly leave me with that much space. So one of the things that we're looking for is obviously enough room to allow me to have at least a section of a room as my dedicated art and gaming studio. So who knows how that will end up. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, I don't think I've been getting too many mixed seeds from all of these, but it's been worth a try. So obviously mixed seeds, if we get them, they can be pretty much anything. And that will be a nice start to summer. Anything around here? Nope. Yeah, also the mixed seeds are why, admittedly, when I'm not playing on a modded farm, that my favourite farm map is the foraging one. Just honestly, simply because of the fact that you can get wild seeds from it. Okay, what do we have here? Just some copper once again. Nothing too spectacular. So chop down or cut down a few of those. We've got 6. So let's 7. Oh no, nope, that is 8. So we want just a couple of bits of coal. A couple of little cherry bombs. And then we can yeah, you can see from how far away on the map I can collect things now. It is almost ridiculous. Anyway, 2 more. Let's do there and there. And then we can just basically hack away at the last 2 geodes, and that will be cleaned up for the next area as we have gone down past level 80 in the mines. We should start getting gold generating in that area. So we do need to go back to the farm, have a look at the TV, go down to the travelling merchant, see if she's got anything good, head over to Pierre's and sell a few things for a bit more extra money just before we finish up. So we got 9 mixed seeds. And that gives us with that one 10 random seeds that no one knows what we might get. And back into the TV, or back into the house. Queen of Sauce is omelette. Yeah, one of the things that I find funny that I didn't actually notice until was pointed out is that obviously there's an in-game or a mechanics reason for obviously you only knowing how to do a fried egg when you initially start the game. But if you look at it from a logistics point of view and actually an in-game thing, it almost seems like you worked so hard at Joja that you never had time for yourself, and the only thing you ever knew how to cook was a fried egg just because you were so busy with anything else. But I just suppose that hopefully at least you got paid a decent wage at Joja Mart to actually be able to buy food. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got a poppy. We could buy that for 900. Sturgeon. Okay, I'm sorry. The advert there kind of snuck up on me, so I apologise for anyone. Well, you're not going to hear this anyway. Okay, sturgeon. I'm going to buy that. We're going to get a fish tank. And yes, we'll buy the poppy as well. Okay, almost ran into Andy there. So we should be able to get a decent amount. I think I am honestly just going to sell the chicken because it was random thing from the wilds or the mixed seeds, and we do not have any capabilities to cook that, so sell that. We don't want to sell the poppy that we just got, and obviously the sturgeon we are keeping and putting in a fish tank later on. Hello Victor, what do you like that I have? Basically nothing. Okay, that's good to see. Oh yes, Caroline, where is she? I can give her back the tea leaves, can't I? I can give Caroline back the tea leaves. You see what I'm doing here, Toxicite? Caroline gets the tea leaves. She has got them back. I did not steal them. I just kept them safe for her. I just kept them safe for her. Yeah, Toxicite, too real, too real. Yeah, I know. Where am I trying to head? Why am I going down there? I don't know. I was meant to go. I was meaning to go up to the community centre. And yeah, of course, Toxicite, you saying about being berated for not using your turn signals in Euro Truck Simulator. That is probably the one thing that I actually regularly do. However, I did have a situation where for some reason because I play using an Xbox controller, the button that I assigned to take a picture was like the Y button, and for some reason it always took 2 photos and then it would always freeze for a little bit. So there were a couple of times when I was like angling around to try and get a good shot, took a photo, and then I ended up bumping into something myself. But you should honestly see some of the snapshots of my early attempts at driving. Some of those situations were very much a, how on earth did you manage to do that? So if you actually remind me when I wrap up the stream, if you're still around, I'll get those into the Discord, because I believe you are part of that. Let me just see. Yes, you are. Okay. Could be worse. Could be using the advanced setting with a stick. Yeah, I'm not going to go that far. I am not going to go that far. Okay, and I think we'll probably just do the wild horseradish. The thing is, I do actually have a HOTAS controller. Technically it's my husband's because he did have a short stint playing like Microsoft Flight Simulator and similar. So if I ever want to do some space or flight games, I'm well prepared with the HOTAS. I just don't know what one I would actually do. Living off the land, let's just check that one. There we go, summer is here. And unfortunately, almost all of our crops have died. So let's get the mixed seeds, and let's get the melon seeds and starfruits. And let's get going. Once we grab our scythe, of course. And there we go. Bye-bye, strawberries. You served me well. Okay, right. So, if I want to make sure that that one is where a sprinkler goes, then we need that there. And then we need that there. Those 3, and then... So then that does that. That does that. Oh, we got a pineapple. And then similarly, if we do that up here, so we need... that was probably the wrong thing. Oh well. Blueberries, let's go indeed. I just need to plan things out a little bit first. But yes, blueberry season is a go. So I think actually I'm gonna ignore, well, that corn there is going to be hand watered. It is going to be so lovingly tended to. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. So we've got summer rose, cotton wool, passion flower, taro root, hot plant. We've got another melon there, starfruit there, corn, and then these were pineapple and alpaca meat. So I think I'm going to go down to Pierre's and just see how many blueberries we can buy. Obviously we need some corn as well just to get that started. And check on the other ones. So what do we have? Okay, that's just basically a spam letter from Joja telling us, don't shop with the competition, shop with us, we're the best. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd ever be able to do a Joja Root Mart unless I did like a really or I did one as a really evil person. It's kind of like someone who like quits their job, comes to the farm, sees how ridiculous and run down it is, hates the small town vibe, and just decides, yeah, I'm gonna let Joja Mart just take over the entire area. Okay, so let's go from the bottom and have a look at what we have. So we've got a lily pad, got sesame seeds, got some of the things that we sold. We're not wanting saplings at the moment, so that does remind me. Okay, yeah, even the saplings are half the price. Alex or Sam would like it. Sam, he's the one that likes Joja Mart, partly because his mum shops there. Not sure if Shane would overly like it. I feel that's a bit mean. Okay, don't really want rose, so we'll get 9 hops to start with. Stevia, sorrel, guarana. Multiple harvests every few days. That could be interesting. We'll get 8 of those. Perilla, oregano. Kiwi. We definitely need a load of kiwi as well. But I can't see how much those sell for, so I'm just going to be sneaky. Let's see if I can find the right one, because this is not in Stardew Valley Expanded. This is a different mod entirely, but let me just see. Browse local files. Okay, keep going down. Fruits and Veggies, that's what it's called. There we go, PPJA Fruits and Veggies. Okay, it doesn't look like it actually says anything about the details on it, which is a little bit of a shame. But it is indeed one of... Is it one of those crops? Can't actually find it at the moment, but never mind. We'll focus on blueberries because those are a known quantity. Focus on blueberries because we can see here harvest price 50 gold. So basically after one harvest these will pay for themselves. So we have melons. I didn't mean to get 9 tomatoes there. We'll get another 8 peppers. 8 radish. Oh my goodness. Okay, so radish seeds buy for 20 and sell for 90. But obviously we only get 1. Don't need the poppy because we've already grabbed that. Let's see, so 8, 16. And then as much as this is going to be excessive, let's buy blueberries. 25 at a time. 100. 119 blueberries. 119 blueberry plants. Let's go for it. Let's go. I am so going to regret this, aren't I? I am so going to regret this. Because this is basically all we're going to be doing for the first few days. But hopefully, I'll actually be able to get at least something. So 6 days, 4 days. Okay, so basically we want the wheat. Then, yeah, I was going to do these. Like so. Then we have half of these are just going to go wrong. What could possibly go wrong? Stamina, asthma, overworking ourselves, exhaustion. You know, all of those lovely things. That's 1, 2, and then I'll be up there and up there. Okay, and then I think we can fill all of those back in. Chili peppers. Did I do that wrong? I think I did that wrong. Okay, so 3 there. Yeah, okay, I did do that wrong. Oh well. It's supposed to be here that there's a gap, and then that can... oh well. Anyway, hope you liked seeing me just plan out everything and get it wrong regardless. This is going to be what we are seeing for a good amount of time. And I'll just do all the way down to here. I didn't count, so hopefully that is going to be valid and I'm not using up energy for no reason. Sorry. I've watched you murder perfectly good genetic children in CK3, I'll be okay. Yes, oh my goodness, I could not believe how frustrated you were getting with me. It's like I had perfectly good reason. It's like we were disinheriting all of the bad, or all the ones that didn't have as good genetic traits to make way for the ones that had the good genetic traits. And you were just so... just so distraught at the whole thing. Okay, right, okay, if we actually count down, or if we move down here like this, this will be better, because then we will know that these lines are where the crops will be planted, and the ones that are unhoed will be the areas where the sprinklers will be going. Yeah, I honestly, I could not believe how good the genetic breeding was going in Crusader Kings 3. I still have one game where I actually managed to just, out of nowhere, like this was obviously off stream. That's not quite right either, is it? Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's do... Yeah, that's not right. So we need to do that. We need to go and get ourselves some food. Yeah, okay, so it is... give me a second while I figure this all out again. Okay, so there's one there, and then that means that one is pickaxe. And then... Okay, so 1 and then 2. 1 and then... Okay, yeah, I did count 1 too many. And then just undo this one. So this is definitely not going to be enough blueberries. Or enough space for all the blueberries. This may be a small miscalculation. Oh, Ollie. Oh my goodness. No cheating in my game. No cheating in my game, Ollie. I have no idea what he just did. No, didn't want that. What did you do, Ollie? Okay, I was what he managed to bring up for... Okay, those are the quick keys. Ah, there we go. There we go. What happened? My cat walked across the keyboard. My cat walked across the keyboard, and because he has talented little paws, he activated a couple of shortcuts. But yeah, so that is... I want to say it's a mod, but I'm not 100% sure, because I've never had to access that before, Ollie. Yeah, I have no idea what that was. No, I didn't want that one. Yeah, whatever this is, Ollie decided that I needed it active on my game. That could be right little rascals sometimes. Okay, so that's done that, and then we can put... And another one down there, and how many more blueberries have we got? Oh, jeez. This was a mistake. This was seriously a mistake. Alright. Yeah, we are going to be swimming in blueberries. That's going to be no problem. What is going to be the problem is obviously all of the energy I am going to be using getting these all done. If it wasn't going to be a waste of resources, I'd almost be tempted to actually do the base sprinklers and at least get some things watered ahead of time. But unfortunately, there's no option to upgrade the regular ones into more advanced ones. So how many blueberries do we have left? 22. Anyway. Starting to feel exhausted. Yeah, no wonder. Have you seen what I've been doing on the farm? I'm honestly just waiting for the first 4 days of summer to be wake up, water everything, go to bed, rinse and repeat until we get the first harvest or first 2 harvests through, and then we can get to level 6, and then it will instead just be a situation where we have to go into the mines to obviously just do a bunch of finding all of the gold and iron ore that we can get. Also, I stopped counting. I was supposed to be counting these, but I forgot. Like, then do that. Buy more because brain saw numbers go up. Yes. You understand me very well. 4, 5, and 6. So we have a little bit of space for any other new crops. But I'm hoping, at the very least, when we get a few of the blueberry harvests in, we'll start rolling in money, and then we can actually start planning for things properly, because we'll be able to buy a lot of stuff from the travelling merchant. We'll be able to obviously buy quite a lot of crops if we needed to do so. We'll be able to hopefully upgrade our watering can if we need to do so, because we will have the money and hopefully also the iron available. Now, quick quiz time. Am I going to be able to finish watering all of these before it hits 2 AM? I say no. Especially when we need to go and get more water. I say we are not going to be able to do all of these before 2 AM. So, honestly, the priorities are going to be the blueberries, but I think we pretty much just hit the blueberries. So... oh, goodness. No, we're definitely not going to be able to do all of this. Well, the most I can do is just get as many done as I can. I'm not showing very good professionalism here, am I? Oops. Oh dear. Okay, we need to go for another trip for water, so that is it. That is as far as we are going to get. Because I am not going to fall asleep on the farm for yet another day. Okay, right, so it is pretty much 9 PM. My cat has been a little rascal, rolling around, squeaking at me, walking over my keyboard. We also have about 5 minutes until another ad break. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put up a quick intermission. That should be good enough. So counting down 5 minutes, I'll probably be back a little bit before then. But in the meantime, I'll just run a section of ads, get my cat his dinner, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, back slightly earlier, but let's continue on. Yeah, don't know why I did that once again. We honestly just want pretty much all of that just chucked in there. Okay, the landslide will be cleared tomorrow morning, so we'll be able to go up north to the spa, the railroad, and finally meet Susan, who is the farmer that lives up there in Stardew Valley Expanded. So, let's see. How many of these can we water before we need to get some energy? I was just looking at that and going, it's like, wow, okay, the melons might already got a tiny little bit of a fruit, but no, that's the veggie, the joja, or joja berry, rather, ready to harvest. Okay, this is probably going to take a lot of energy, isn't it? This is going to be very, very slightly off. And also, I'm just looking at this and I've made a mistake again. Oh well. Oh well, it just means that these ones will get extra water. Doesn't matter. It's only going to be for one season or so. And then, of course, we'll save up all of our money and go even more buck wild with cranberries in the fall. I'm trying to think what else is around that I've seen from the like fruits and veggies mod that is more profitable. I don't think I'm aware of something like that specifically, so it is indeed just going to be a bunch of cranberries with maybe a few other options. I think what I might also do just before summer ends is go to Pierre's and buy a bunch of those like animal meat crops, so we have those available, because some of them are like spring and summer, some of them are summer and autumn, so buying them now will pretty much get the entire collection available. I can buy like 3 of each, store them, and then we can grow them in the greenhouse when we have it, and we also have a space to cook with, because those are going to be useful in various recipes. Though if I recall, they are going to be needed for like they are going to need specific ingredients. You can't just cook up a plain whole chicken, unfortunately. So these blueberries are going to take 13 days. And it's not even like I can go and get a bit of fertilizer. Not fertilizer, speed grow. Hey, have a quiz? Yep, no worries. Thank you for popping in and being lurked. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. Hope things go well for you. But yeah, thank you very much for popping by. Okay, we're overexerted. So we can do about half? 2/3, I think. Unfortunately. So this unfortunately also means that we are going to be at half energy tomorrow from the looks of it. So it might actually be worth more keeping this to eat than it would be to sell it. Especially seeing as we do have 2 of them going, and they do produce like every 4 days. What are you doing? I can't get water from the shipping bin. Okay, I can't get water from the shopping bin. I do not know why I was trying to do that. Yeah, I think we are going to be very, very asocial the first few days of summer, because it's going to be, like I said, wake up, water the crops, run out of energy, go back to bed, sleep, wake up the next morning, rinse and repeat until we get everything done. Okay, honestly, first stormy day, I am so tempted to go and get this upgraded. But then if we get... honestly, I am so conflicted. Because obviously, at the moment, as I'm working through all of this, I'm just thinking that an upgraded watering can would be so effective. But then we are so close to level 6 farming that it almost would be a bit of a waste of the 2,000 gold. Of course, we also do need to look for the forageables as well. Probably worth doing a sweep around for them once we've done this, because we do have a little bit of energy left. And if we keep the bone sword equipped as our main thing, it won't cost us any energy if we accidentally use it, unlike basically everything else. Okay, and that is done. So bone sword, just keep that in front of us, and we can swipe around and have a look for forageables. So yes, you will occasionally see some out of place things like that. Stardew Valley Expanded does seem to put a few of the additional forageables around, and I have seen like red mushrooms up north. But it is obviously, just as always, down to chance. It's never ever guaranteed. So we have 270 max energy, and this gives 263, which is going to be useful. Yeah, I'm definitely probably going to be eating that tomorrow, or if we get a regular one from one of the crops tomorrow, I think we're definitely going to be eating these, so they're definitely going to be a bit of a lifesaver in terms of that. Okay, any forageables that I can see down here? Okay, nope. Any up here? Any at all? Is the whole area just going to be completely blank? It looks like it. Oh wow. Oh, there's one. There's one. There we go. And yeah, that was exactly what I was talking about, that little sword swipe that we did. Just because the game registered the input that we were going to swing the sword, but we didn't actually mean to. Oh, and Alex is working at the ice cream store, but we do not have any money, so cheap energy, unfortunately, we cannot get. Oh, there's a red mushroom there. That'll be good. And then up here, what do we have? Nothing at all. Across the bridge. There's always a nice spot for fishing. Another red mushroom and a regular mushroom. And I can never remember, can we actually go further? No. Okay. So this is Shearwater Bridge, and it doesn't actually say what's on the opposite side. So that may be just something that is there for flavour, or it might be something that you can access later. I'm not 100% sure, because like Toxicite, I tend to kind of just oh, I received an email today with a job offer from a reputable architecture firm. It's all the way across the country, and I'm not comfortable travelling that far away. Okay, you like sweet peas, but unfortunately we've only got one of those. Yeah, starting to see all the little storylines and things popping up. And there is nothing up there again. Yeah, part of Victor's like relationship development is that you start to understand that obviously his mother is very, very rich. She basically has a lot of money, makes a lot of money doing shares and buying into things like wine harvests and profiting from the sales of those. Whereas Victor, he has a degree in architecture, but honestly, he doesn't want the fast-paced city life. He just wants something nice and calm and peaceful. Basically, almost the life of a farmer's spouse. So he can obviously get up, take care of the animals, take care of the crops, read adventure novels, and then have you come back and regale him with tales of your adventures, because as much as he likes reading the adventure novels, he's not one to like want to go out and adventure for real. He much prefers to just stay home, but he supports you in your adventure, which I always find really cute. As I've got a screenshot of him saying, oh, it's like responding to like me saying to him, it's like, oh, why don't you join the Adventurers Guild? And admittedly, he laughs at you, but in like a good-natured way. It's like, yeah, I appreciate the thought, but no, that's not for me. That is not for me. So what are we missing? I think we are just missing a grape. I'm gonna head back to the farm and have a look around, because there are a couple of forage points that we have on the farm that do tend to spawn a few things in on occasion. Never 100% guaranteed. We can have a look at it. And can we craft lightning rods yet? No. Hey, that's a shame. So if we get any or if we get any storms over summer, we're not going to be able to get those battery packs. And I know I need at least 5 for an item later on, as well as obviously just general needs. Okay, so what do we have here that we can grab? Is there anything? I can see another sweet pea immediately. More vegetation just around here. There's a grape. There it is. And we have to go almost all the way around to get this one. There we go. So we've got some sweet peas that we can now give to Victor if we are so inclined, which I probably am going to be. But yeah, of course, me talking about Victor like that is why I desperately, desperately want to avoid choosing who I want my game spouse to be before I've talked to and at least gotten to know the Ridgeside people better, because otherwise I'm just gonna stick with Shane or Victor, or maybe even just Alex, without giving everyone else a fair chance. Okay, we've got a couple of new things there. We've got some iron. I always want to call it silver, though, because I think the pickaxes do upgrade like copper, silver, gold, so it's a bit slightly confusing to have it mentioned like that. So we'll sell the high quality ones. It's still only worth 41 gold. And Daffodil will keep for Caroline once again. We have one more mixed seed, which I'll put down here. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but I know, or I believe it's some type of bean. So we'll do that. Go to sleep. Wait for the game to process. And there we go. There was an explosion during the night. And we have a good luck day. And it's my birthday today! So this is a mod called Happy Birthday. It allows you to basically give yourself a birthday which goes on the calendar at Pierre's. Also means that when you greet people, they will say happy birthday to you, and if you have a good enough relationship, they may give you a gift. So I've been trapped up there alone since Jojo calls the rockside, so I've had a bit of cabin fever. Happy to finally meet you, Positronics. Stop by and visit Emerald Farm when you have the time. Okay, and Mayor Lewis has lost his lucky purple quote-unquote shorts. We get a pink cake from Mum. And 2,000 gold from our dad. Okay. We have another Jojo berry there. That is normal quality. So that's 188 gold. So slightly less. Did I not manage to water that last night? Ugh. That's going to be slightly aggravating if I did. So 2,000 gold. We could go to Gus and buy some food there. Help top up our energy as we go along. So obviously that is going to be an expensive option. We could upgrade our watering can, but we are going to be delaying crops by a day if we do that, because we do not have a rainy day at all, and we don't have any options to make a rain totem either. Actually, let me just check something quickly, because I want to see... So lightning rod is craftable at foraging level 6. So it's probably going to be worthwhile us having a look at foraging as well. Because we need to get that up 2 levels before the end of summer, ideally. Because otherwise we're going to get thunder and lightning and we're not going to have any battery packs. And we're going to have to either buy them or find them some other way. And I know we need 5 for Willie's boat to take us over to Ginger Island. But at the moment it's definitely feeling like I need to put a well right there. How much is a well? Like, obviously, how much money, how many resources is it? 1,000 gold and 75 stone. But we'll take 2 days. Again, I don't really think it's worth it just for the small amount of time we're probably going to be using it. Obviously, we can move it later on, but we're almost to the point where we are going to be getting the sprinklers. So let's eat this. Really, really expensive, but really, really good. Yeah, it is a berry. I think honestly that is going to be a lifesaver just in terms of keeping our energy levels up. Just looking at this, we definitely know we are going to need it. So because I set this day as our in-game birthday, I'm not going to be going to bed immediately because we want to go around and say hello to everyone. And oh my goodness, we've run out of water again. Oh, aye. A refill once more. But yeah, I think we are going to be finishing up on this day whenever it ends. Just because it feels like a good finishing point for us. We'll be obviously be able to pick up on the 4th of summer, when we will have some of the wheat available to harvest, hopefully. And with that, hopefully, also that will enable us to... let me actually just see if this works. No, okay, that doesn't. Does this? No, okay. Basically, I wanted to see if I could actually see how far or how many experience points we needed for the next level, and to calculate if harvesting that wheat that we put down is going to be enough. Somehow I don't think it is, but hopefully between that... okay, so... farming... skill... or farming XP... Okay, so to level up obviously requires... okay, I don't want any of the formulas. Okay, so... wheat gives 6 experience points. So, and we've reached level 5. So there are... let me just see. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 notches. And we're... let's be cautious and say 85%. So this is... yeah, I'm presuming the 15,000 to get to level 10 is cumulative and not just 15,000 for that one level. So if we do 3300, which is the amount of experience you need to get to level 6, minus 2150, divided by 10, so that's 115 experience per pip. So, and if we say 85, so that's times 1.5, so 173. And we have... let me just go and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wheat. So 8 wheat, and where were those radishes? So 6 times 8 is 48. So minus 48. And then the radishes are 15 apiece. And we have 8 of those. So minus 15 times 8. Okay. Right. So these will take 5 days. So basically, when we next harvest, or when we get to harvest the radishes, we will be a level 6 farming. So that will be on the 8th. So when we harvest the radishes, because the wheat is going to be ready on the 5th, these jojo berries are going to be ready on the 7th, and the radishes are going to be ready on the 8th. And that, according to my calculations, unless the jojo berries give you an immense amount of experience, like 65 each, which I don't think they will, we will get level 6 farming on the 8th. We'll be able to do some sprinklers. So even if we get a bad luck day, even if we get a bad luck day, if it is raining anytime between the 5th and the 8th, we are going to be going down into the mines. We are going to be going down into the mines to get all of the ingredients and components we need for the quality sprinkler, which is going to be iron bars, gold bars, and refined quartz. And obviously, when we dive down into the mines, we're also going to be getting gems and geodes and everything, which is going to help us get more money, add things to the museum, and just generally make things better. So while I'm finishing this off, I can see there's an ad scheduled for 5 minutes time. So while I just finish off watering all of these excessive amounts of crops, I'm just going to quickly run the ad break, and then that will take us through until the end of the stream. So I did not want to water the ground there, unfortunately. So once we've done this, we'll probably be heading over to the saloon. It is Wednesday, so there's not going to be as many people there as would normally be, but there's still going to be a decent amount of people, including Shane and Pam, who we have Shane, Pam and Emily, who are our top 3 in terms of relationships. Okay, we could probably eat that mushroom. Let's do that, and then just do this. Just got to make sure we have enough energy to finish all of this up. And aside from the fact that it takes us what is that, like 10 hours in game to water all of that, we've still managed to do it. So hello to Ollie. Cut that tree down because that's going to get in the way. Pierre's is obviously going to be closed because it's Wednesday. Oh, okay. I did wonder what was going to happen then because the game just froze. That was not good. And obviously, if we have any extra forageables left over, we can see if anyone likes them as gifts. Like, I can't even remember what your name is. Olga. Sweet pea. Yes, you like them. There we go. There is a gift for you. Hope you like it. Okay, so this is Lewis and Morris from Jojo Mart arguing. Like, Robin's house was struck by several rocks when the landslide was cleared. Susan was shocked by the blast. She wasn't informed of the operation until... Everything is under control and we'll be fine, Mayor. And one of the garbage Jojo dumps into the river. Willie, our local fisherman, says he's catching Jojo CDs and cola cans. Might I remind you, pursuant to Initiative R27.01, Jojo Co Amendment, Jojo's operations here in Stardew Valley are fully compliant with the law. Yeah, just because it's legal doesn't necessarily mean it's moral or ethical. Ah, hello Positronics. I was just on my way. Good day, Morris. Yeah, that's one thing that always kind of makes me kind of not necessarily side-eye, but if someone says something's legal, it doesn't necessarily mean it's either ethical or moral. So Jojo is paving a way to greatness in Stardew Valley. It's only a matter of time until we are all united under Jojo. If you say so. So I think Evelyn would like a sweet pea. I'm pretty sure she likes the flowers generally. Oh, you'll actually like a daffodil, so I'll give that to you. Happy birthday. So yes, you can see when we have a low relationship with someone, they will say happy birthday, which is absolutely fine. There we go, happy birthday. Believe me, it's a lot better than when the mod was first released and I was first playing it. When... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, to the Junimo! Oh my goodness! God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I didn't realise this. I didn't know this. Oh my goodness, the Junimos are throwing me a party. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. And he gave me a chocolate cake. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so sweet. Oh my goodness, that was so sweet. Okay, anyway, summer seeds. Okay, we'd already put in a red mushroom for that one. So we could, we've already put a brown mushroom in that one. Gosh. Okay, I'm really not on top of things. 10 hardwood. Do we have 10 hardwood? I'm sorry, I am. Part of me is just absolutely gobsmacked. I was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting to see that at all. Oh gosh, now I can't even remember what I was going to be doing. Oh my goodness, I've got to clip that. I've put a marker in. I have got to clip that. Oh my goodness, that was so sweet. Oh, hang on, Kiwi. I didn't realise you were here. Oh, you still do wish me a happy birthday. Something about getting hardwood. I mean, generally. But, oh, there we go. We get pumpkin pie. Yeah, I was meaning more kind of generally. What I was doing, which was going around and talking to everyone. And making sure, like, I got birthday wishes and gifts. No, I didn't come here to pet Dusty. I came here to have you wish me a happy birthday. And of course, Jortsy is in the trash. But yeah, if you don't know the saga of Jean and Jorts, you have to go and look it up. Please go and look it up. And of course, I'm still thinking. I am honestly still thinking about the birthday that the Junimos were throwing me. So anyway, beer for Pam. Pizza for Shane. There we go. Of course, if I'd waited, I probably could have just given her this back. Because I do find it interesting that some people will give you... Okay, we are not giving that to you, Shane. I am not going to encourage your alcohol dependency. There we go, 40. Yep, no problem, Toxicite. Yeah, I'm probably going to be wrapping up soon, so have a good night to you as well. Yeah, as I was saying, it's like I find it amusing that some people will give you gifts that are basically what they like. So I can just go through and essentially re-gift. I can just essentially go through and re-gift everyone. Penny. Olga, I think we talked to you, didn't we? Penny, I think you would like that. Yep. Okay, unfortunately I can't get Jean and Jorts to wish me a happy birthday, so I think that is probably where we are going to have to wrap things up. How much would the beer sell for? 100. And the mead, 100. Okay, but most everything else we can sell. We'll want to keep the summer seeds. Because we can obviously put them down and get better foraging skill. But for now, let's just toss these bits in. Let's toss that as well. Okay, those are definitely still worth more in terms of keeping them for food than they are to sell them. And we'll put the other seeds in there and get to bed. So there we go, basically just about paid off the pizza that we gave, or paid a bit over on the pizza that we gave to Shane. And it is a bad luck day, Jazzy's birthday, and I think, yep, that is where we are going to wrap up for today. So let me just... Oops, okay, apparently I've been, I didn't remove the... There we go, that's better. So yeah, thank you very much to everyone who's popped by to say hello, pop into chat, and just generally come along and watch the stream. So obviously a reminder, if you are not following, you can always follow to get notified of when I go live. And I also have a Twitter account which is linked as well, and I tend to put a go live announcement there as well. My Discord has a section where I notify people when I'm going live again, as well as community discussions for everything. So if you're interested in that, want to just keep notified, then feel free to follow one or more of those items. So for now, I'm just going to have a look at who among my friends list is online. See if there's anyone. Okay, there is just one person. So let me go and have a look at some other people. So I'll mute the desktop just so we don't get an echo. And then we can have a look. So I think, should we try and go for another Stardew Valley streamer? I think we will. So let's have a look to see who is around. So let's sort by recommended and have a look. So there is another VTuber streaming. So do we do a VTuber? Do we do a modded person? Stardew Valley Expanded. We could do that one. Let's see what she is doing. Yeah, I'm just honestly going through, just having a look, see if there is anyone who looks particularly interesting, at least for me anyway. Okay, let me have a look in this person. Oh wow, okay, that person's got 157 viewers. I think she's probably okay in terms of people watching her. I think she's probably okay in terms of people watching her. Oh, community centre in 1 year. Okay, let me have a look at that person. Because that is obviously the same challenge that I am trying to do. So we can have a look and see what they are doing. Okay, someone from Sweden. So I think, so long as their stream looks good, we'll be going and saying hello to this person. Okay, they want a be right back thing. But they do also have a Kappa Mon, so that is fun. They've got a Kappa Mon. Okay, I think, yes, that is the person that I am going to be going and talking to. So even though they are be right back, let's go and raid. stuck so low. So this channel is intended for mature audiences, but it should be fine. So he is doing community centre in 1 year. And thank you very much to everyone for popping along. And hopefully I will see you all next time for Summer in Stardew Valley. So thank you very much for all of that. Hope you've been enjoying these streams. So let's go and raid.